Josh asked this amazing question. Would you give up your right to vote if it meant the quality of your leadership actually improved for once in your little miserable life? What was the poll, Josh?
Oh, I was surprised. Look at this. 66% said no, they wouldn't give up their right to vote. 34% said they would.
It's getting grim out there.
I thought this was going to be like 95-5 or something. I really, that is surprising to me. But I think that, and I hope that it means that people really understood the spirit of the question, which was truly like in an ideal hypothetical world where you knew if I give up my right to vote, things will improve. Would you make that sacrifice so that things improved? Because if the whole point of voting is so that things improve, well, then you could just say a non-vote becomes your vote.
Yeah,
that's how I would view it.
Yeah,
and I would because I think it's. Oh, please don't make fun of me in the comments if I'm wrong about this, but I think it's Puerto Rico, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't Puerto Rico a part of the U.S.? It's like one of our territories or something.
Probably.
It maybe it's not Puerto Rico. Maybe it's somewhere else, but I think it's Puerto Rico. But in Puerto Rico or someplace like it, you can go there as an American citizen, live there, but you don't have a vote. But since you are a territory of the U.S., you still get those benefits or whatever, but you don't pay taxes. So you can't vote, but you don't pay taxes. So maybe that would have been a better question to ask. Like, would you give up your right to vote if it meant you didn't have to pay taxes? And I 1,000% would do that. Because I don't feel represented when I vote. Nobody. I've never felt represented. Even in the people when I was growing up, that I thought, oh, I'm so glad this person's the president. Now I realize, oh no, you were a terrible president too.
Yeah,
I was not being represented. I was manipulated into thinking I was being represented, but I wasn't being represented.
This was almost a 50-50 split in the grand scheme.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
What do you think about this?
This gives me hope. It does, Josh. People are awake. Look, this is a little bit depressing, but it means that people are realizing the seriousness of the situation. That they're like, you know what?
The present age.
I think I would give it up.
Well, I saw several people comment and say this is what happened to Rome. And a fair point. A fair point.
Yeah. They gave up their right to vote.
Basically, you get like you say, let's give one guy the power.
How they do how they span out over the course of 200 years.
Then Rome fell.
How many years did it take? That's all I need to know.
I don't know. I need to read the Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
I actually do need to read that book.
Just get that on audio
it's like a massive.
So yeah.
I hope it. If I knew that it was it wasn't like super dry, I would love to. Anyways,
it probably is dry, but it's probably good in some sections, like most things. Interesting question, Josh. Very good. Our question this week, we just came up with it. We didn't know what it was at the beginning of the episode, but we did come up with one. If you only had one type of hug for every situation.
You could only have one hug in your whole life.
One type of hug for every situation in your life.
Yes.
Would you rather have a full frontal hug, a normal hug, or a side hug, which is also a normal hug, but a little more distant?
The hug you have to share with everybody who you hug.
Yes.
Randoms, personal friends, family members, okay? Is it more awkward to share a side hug with your family or more awkward to share a full frontal with the randos? That's what you have to decide here.
Well, and you can avoid hugging those people in those situations. So, it is an interesting question that we came up with. So we will run a poll and hopefully it's a 50-50 split again.
Okay.
I think it'll be guys full frontal, girl side. 50-50.